What's up, everybody? Welcome or welcome back if you've been here before. This is Nerd Level Rising. My name's Jake. I'm going to apologize again, just like I did in the last video, that I'm still a little sick. I'm still a little bit sick, and we're not completely over it yet, so you can probably hear a little bit of the congestion that's still hanging in there, but we're almost better now. We're almost better, thankfully. Anyway, so I apologize if I sound a little bit funny, but we're going to do this anyway because it's TBR time. It's the start of a month, and these are always so fun to talk about what we're going to get into. So I want to do that, right? I just want to be excited, share my excitement for all the things that I'm about to jump into, because there's some really, really cool stuff that, man. Well, let's just jump in. So let's start with what I'm going to continue reading, right? So I'm going to continue, number one, I still don't have the physical edition here with me right now, which is annoying. But The Way of EDAN, I'm going to finish that up, right? I don't have a ton left, so I'm really excited to wrap up that story that, man, I talked about this in my last video, the sort of update for the back half of September. Dude, The Way of EDAN, it has all the makings of a favorite series for me. It really, really does. And everything that I've heard is that it doesn't fall off at all, right? Like, it's not one of those where like, oh man, this seems great, and then it kind of like, oh, it's not one of those at all. It seems like book one is amazing, book two is even better, and actually wraps up some stuff, and then book three has it's kind of like a sort of seems like a unique take on a trilogy, right? That it's just not quite your normal standard, beginning, middle, end kind of thing. It's got some different stuff going on, which doesn't surprise me at all. Dr. Chase seems like a very, very smart dude, and he really knows what he's doing. And man, the storytelling just in book one so far has been phenomenal, and I love everything that's happening. It really, 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 really reminds me of Lord of the Rings, while like in the sense of some of the just the style and the vibe and the atmosphere and the it just feels very like mythical in some parts of it, right? Like the magic feels very magical, but then the more real, down to earth, gritty stuff feels like that. It feels very grounded in all of that stuff, and the characters are great so far. Everything, dude. Everything is it really harkens back to Lord of the Rings while also bringing up a lot of modern twists on how to do certain things, like multi-POV and really complex characters and all that kind of stuff. So I love it so much already. So I'm gonna finish that. I'm gonna continue working through Skyward, right? Bedtime reading. I'm gonna continue working through this. I will finish this in October, I'm sure, because it's a pretty fast read, right? Even if I'm just chipping away at it slowly, I can get through it before the end of the month, certainly. I'm going to continue to chip away at Defiant by Michael R. Miller. I would anticipate I'll be able to finish that in October, but I'm not entirely sure. But we'll see. We'll see. That's what I'm doing while I do my cardio during my diet for my bodybuilding show here. And if you know anything about how that goes, as time goes on, you're probably going to do more and more cardio. So I'll have more and more time to read that story as we move through the month. And hey, there's worse problems to have, right? So I'm enjoying both of those very much. So we'll continue working through those. Then let's get back into some other physical books, right? So I will do after The Way of EDAN. Well, I might not do that yet, because after The Way of EDAN, if it arrives in the mail by that time, which I believe it should, is Falling into Oblivion. I should get an ARC in the mail from that, which I'm so excited for, so grateful for. That's amazing. Super generous of Aaron Payne to send me that, right? Bibliotheory, awesome YouTube channel. So definitely go check that out. If you somehow, if you're subscribed to me and you don't know him, that's weird, but go subscribe to him. But his book, from what I have heard, is just awesome, and I'm very excited to be able to get my hands on an ARC. That's really fun and exciting, and to be able to read it before it officially gets released is super cool. So I will definitely be getting to that as soon as it shows up in the mail. It's not a super long book, which is kind of nice. It's kind of like after a sale, I needed something quick, and Inheritance of Magic was perfect for that. So after The Way of EDAN, something quick and punchy and fun and easy. Not easy in the sense that it's, simplistic and childish or whatever, but it's just like, it's not Malazan, right? It's my brain can take a little bit of a break and just go on a really fun, enjoyable ride. And yeah, so I think it'll be perfect for that. That'll be awesome, but it won't take that long. After that, it is finally time, guys. It's finally time. We got to make it happen. The Hunger of the Gods. This is one that, wow. If you saw me talk about Shadow of the Gods, I really enjoyed it, but there was a couple things that I was like, man, I was kind of expecting this to be a little different, right? Like, just a different world from all of the Banished Land stuff. For sure, it just doesn't feel nearly as different as I was expecting, right? Like the names of things are different, right? Like it's certainly very Norse inspired naming of things, but it felt like a Banished Land story. The people are all doing the same things, right? The people the characters feel very similar. The day-to-day activities, the jobs, how they interact with their environment and what they're doing, like felt very similar, the same, to me, which maybe I just didn't get it. Maybe I missed some stuff. I don't know, but don't get me wrong. I still loved it, right? But it just wasn't as fresh and as different and as completely original as I was kind of hoping for. So I'm hoping that this kind of progresses that a little bit forward. But even if it doesn't, I'm still stoked to get to this because the ending of Shadow of the Gods hooked me very, very well, right? So excited to get to this. Excited to see what's up with this giant wolf god, right? That seems super cool. And he obviously has, chains and all this kind of stuff stabbed into him. So he's seen some stuff for sure. And I'm really excited, right? I'm really excited. I've heard that this is, better than book one. That seems like that's a pretty universal opinion from what I have seen anyway. So I'm excited for this, and it's got to happen because we get book 3 at the end of October. And spoiler, that's going to be in this video, right? So we got to get to this. It's a big book, but these read really quickly, right? So I'm not super worried about this taking a super, super long time, although it will take probably the bulk of like the, early, middle October to get through this. After that, we have, how do I want to do this? As I kind of work through, we'll do it this way, right? So after that, I plan on picking this up. We Are the Dead by Mike Shackle, the book 1 in the Last War trilogy, which is about a war, right? Shocker. But what I've heard about this is just, it's grimdark done very well, basically, right? Which is exactly what I want out of it. I don't need it to be this crazy game-changing, life-changing experience. I just want it to be awesome grimdark. That's it. Right. So I think I have found the right book for that. This was not on my list to start this year at all. Right. Not at all. And it really came together just at the last second when I was talking with Chance Dillon and Alex from Iskandaria that they threw out like, hey, do you guys want to do like a buddy read of something? And I was like, sure. And we're kind of throwing out some ideas, brainstorming what we wanted to do. And this won out, right? So we're like, okay, cool. Let's do it, right? We Are the Dead. I've wanted to read this for a while. It just wasn't on my immediate list, but it'll cut in line, right? Because it'll be fun to talk about it with those guys. So we'll do that. We'll have a buddy read of that. We're going to try to rope in Chris from the Bearded Book Beast, who I believe he has read this book already. But if I remember correctly, it's been a while, and he's open to rereading it before continuing the trilogy. So we'll get the Four Musketeers together. No, I don't know. We'll have to come up with some kind of name, I guess. But that'll be really fun to do along with those guys and just talk to them about this when we're done. And it'll be awesome, right? Something nice in between Hunger of the Gods and the Fury of the Gods. So this will sort of bridge the gap between them, take me up until I want to try to finish this before the release date of Fury of the Gods. I don't know if I'll make it, but I'm going to try my best so that I can jump in as soon as possible to the Fury of the Gods because, man, the whole SFF community is going to pause. Not the whole community, but most of the community is going to pause when that drops and read it. Everybody's so excited for it. I get the hype, right? I've read enough John Gwynne books that I get the hype at this point, and I'm excited to be fully caught up after I read Hunger. And man, even better, I don't have to wait very long. I'm only going to have to wait a week or two before I get into book 3, and that'll be really great. And I just can't wait to see how the rest of the trilogy goes. I mean, I'm only one book in, but there's so much that could happen. There's so many different directions this could go. And, Gwyn does a really good job from his other books that I've read. Like, he does a great job of taking these really cool, interesting ideas and making them super epic and big and really high stakes and a lot going on. And then he pulls it back in and grounds it all and makes it about the characters at the end of the day. And it feels so good, right? It just always feels so good. And there's going to be some big rousing speeches and all that kind of stuff that Gwyn is so amazing at. And I'm excited to jump in and experience the end of that trilogy with everybody else in the community. That'll be really, really, really cool. Other than that, that'll take me through the rest of the month, right? It just will, because towards the end of the month especially, I'm going to have less time to read because we'll have cool Halloween stuff to be doing. I love Halloween. It's my favorite holiday. My girlfriend and I always, we try to go out and do some festive stuff wherever we can. And, we will do that again this year. And that'll take up some reading time, which is what it is. That's okay. There's other stuff in life to do. So that'll be that. But as I finish Skyward, I mentioned this in my last video, I believe. But as I finish Skyward, I think what's going to replace that at my reading before bed is Eleuthean by Sam Middleton. I need some space. There we go. Eleuthean by Sam Middleton. I'm excited for this. Sam was very, very kind and generous to send me this. I'm like, I still can't get over it when authors send me their books. It's so crazy. So thank you so much again if you're watching this. But I'm very excited to read this. It sounds right up my alley, right? Sci-fi fantasy. It sounds like there's some cool mysteries. There's like this dystopian feel, right? It's just this combo amalgamation of a bunch of stuff that I like in the genre. So I'm excited to get to it, right? And it's relatively short. I would anticipate it's not going to take me a super long time to get through, which is nice sometimes, right? It's nice to just have kind of refreshing things every once in a while. And I'm really looking forward to it. And this is going to be another buddy read, right? This is going to be me and Chance and Triple B hooking up to do a kind of a quarterly book club, and this is our first one that we're doing. So we'll get together, and I think the plan as of now is just to make sure that we have this read and can meet maybe sometime in December or something like that to discuss it. I believe that's the current plan. But yeah, man. So I'm excited for that. I think this will be really cool, really fun, and a nice little journey to go on, and a great excuse to talk to those dudes about it. Right? That'll be cool. And then, if I happen to finish Defiant by Michael R. Miller, the ebook that I'm reading as I do my cardio here and there, I'm going to need another ebook to jump into after that to kind of get me through. And I don't know exactly what it's going to be yet. I have a couple thoughts, but the one that keeps sticking out to me is that I feel like I'm going to want to jump into The Prophet of EDAN. I feel like I'm going to want to get back in that world as quickly as I can. And that might win out, right? That might win out. I'm going to have the physical copy too. So I think sort of what my plan would be is to, if I finish Defiant, start chipping away at the ebook of book 2 of EDAN. And then once I finish my physical reads, whatever I'm reading at the time, then just grab the physical Prophet of EDAN and read from that. Because I do greatly prefer reading from hard copies. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know. That might change. But that's what I'm thinking for now anyway. So that's a lot of books for me, dude. I mean, that's, these plus, Fury of the Gods plus Falling into Oblivion. I'm not the fastest reader out there by any means. I don't have the most time to read, by any means. But it's a lot for me. It's going to be a great month. Really exciting. Lots of cool, especially, it's a very fantasy heavy month with like my physical bulk of the reading time of the day kind of stuff that I'm doing. But we still got a little, Eleuthean's got some sci-fi flavor to it. Skyward obviously got some sci-fi in there, so we got a little bit. It's enough to keep me happy for now anyway. And then we'll need to get some more heavy sci-fi in there soon. I got to get back to Sun Eater very soon, dude. I mean, I'm itching. I got the end of Kingdoms of Death, right? I got to pick up Ashes of Man very, very soon. That'll be in November for sure, right? But October is taken up primarily by this guy because I got to be ready for BLOODSWORN to end. So I can wait a little bit on Sun Eater if it means, staying up to date with the BLOODSWORN stuff. So anyway, that's what I got. That's my October. That's what I'm going to read. Let me know in the comments, what are you going to read? Are you Team BLOODSWORN like me and a lot of other people, or you got other stuff going on? I would love to hear what you guys are getting up to, or if you read any of these, what did you think? I know I'm kind of late to the game on some of it, but let me know your thoughts. Don't spoil anything, please. But Let me know your thoughts. Talk to me down there. It's my favorite part of doing this. It's so fun. It's so fun. I love this community, dude. It makes me so happy. It's just awesome. Other than that, if you liked the video, please give it a little thumbs up. That helps the video do a little bit better in the mystical internet algorithm space, however that works. And if you liked the video, please subscribe, right? I love that. It's so fun to grow this community and have more people to talk to and more people to interact with, have fun with, build relationships with. I don't know. Everybody's, not everybody. Some people say that this is life-changing, and I couldn't agree more, dude. Like, this is just, this has been so amazing and incredible, and I'm so grateful that I'm here. I wish I would have started years ago, but hey, the second best time to start is today, right? So we're here anyway, and it's been a blast, and we're going to continue. We're just going to keep doing this, keep having a great time. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it greatly. I will see you in the next video.